You're asking them, what's got you shopping today? What's on your mind? Things of that nature. Let them talk for a little bit and then go from there. Take the conversation from there. If they call you, if you ask those questions and they say, I just bought a brand new home today, or that's closing on a brand new home next week. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's the mayor here, Heath Sheeran, here on another episode of the ridiculously amazing insurance podcast. I got to slow it down because every time it trips me up. Ridiculously amazing insurance podcast, ridiculously amazing insurance podcast. Woo! I got it. So I've done enough of these now. I think I've got it now, but it used to trip me up sometimes. So I'm super excited to be hanging out with you guys because I get to talk about a subject that's very near and dear to my heart, something that I have been trained on since the very beginning of my time in the insurance industry. And I'm now training and teaching and preaching the gospel of building rapport in the sales cycle to this day. So 20 years I've spent in this industry, and it's still super important. No matter what people say, no matter if, technology takes over or we've got more tech carriers than we ever had before, more people are buying online than they ever have before. The relationship is still very vital and very important. So I don't want to talk about just the relationship. I want to talk about a process of how to build rapport, why it's so important to build rapport, not just a general idea of that. So let's get into some weeds a little bit. And let's talk about it. Number one, I think it's super crucial when you're building rapport to ask some questions of them. Maybe even you put on your sales intake form. Maybe it's something that you even, use as part of your process that's a staple in the process. Questions such as, how did you hear about us? Questions such as, what has you shopping today? Questions such as, what's important to you in an insurance agent? What is, other than the policy that you called us about, what are some other policies that you have? Things of that nature to get people talking, to get people on that page to where they're telling you things that you need to hear. That's going to help you to build rapport because they're going to be able to open up and talk, especially if you can just sit back, button it up, and be quiet. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and so I think it's super important that we ask those types of questions from the very beginning. I think it's very important, I know it's important, that we make that a part of the everyday conversations with people and not just get on the phone with people and do it, in a way that sounds just like everybody else. If I were to pick up and call 20 agencies in 20 different states, you know what I'd most likely hear? "Hi, this is Heath Sheeran from the Heath Sheeran Agency. How may I help you?" And you might be thinking to yourself, "Mayor, that sounds normal. That sounds fine." And to you, it might, and that's totally cool, but you know what that says? You know what that tells me? You know what we're talking about here as we're building rapport? What that says is, "Hi, my name is Heath Sheeran. I'm an order taker. I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to. So, how can I help you? How can I be your servant today? How can I do whatever you need me to do? How can I let you just talk down to me, talk at me, and boss me around and tell me how you want your insurance and not let me advise you, not let me let you know because I'm the licensed professional what you need." They don't know. So again, if you're hearing or if you're saying, "Hi, my name is, how may I help you? How may I help you?" is letting them know it's very polite, very friendly. I understand that. But at the same time, it gives control away. It lets them know that you're an order taker. And we're not here to be in the order taker business. So what we're here to do is advise people. So instead, we answer the phone and we start building rapport. We start asking them questions. We start telling them, I even say, why don't we start off by the first minute and a half or two, tell them a little bit about ourselves. Tell them, hey, that you're blank, you're Jane Doe, John Doe, and you love the insurance industry because of when I was 12 years old, my father and my mother had a house fire, and I remember vividly the insurance agent coming out, or it might be I was in a car accident at 18 years old, and without that money from the insurance claim, I would have never done this, or it might have been I lost everything in a this, or a claim here, or a claim there, or it might just be I love this agency because it's this, or because it's that. Or I've been in the industry 20 years and I love helping people just like you. It's whatever that might be. But I think we got to start off by talking a little bit about ourselves just to get them familiar. If they hear, "Hey, I'm Jane Doe, with the such and such agency. I've been doing this 20 something years and I love the insurance industry," because they're going to hear, "Hi, my name is Jane Doe. I'm super competent and I've got lots of experience and I'm here because I know the insurance industry and I can help you." That's what they're hearing. So we got to take advantage of that and we've got to do that. Again, first part, it's only, I'm talking a minute and a half or two, maybe 3 minutes. Build a rapport, talking about yourself, and as quickly as you can, flip it back to them to where you're asking, "How did you hear about us?" You're asking them, what's got you shopping today? What's on your mind? Things of that nature. Let them talk for a little bit and then go from there. Take the conversation from there. If they call you, if you ask those questions and they say, "I just bought a brand new home today," or "That's closing on a brand new home next week." "Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I would love to hear more about it. Tell me about this house." Instead of, "What's the age of the roof? What's the square footage? What year was the electrical and the plumbing?" I can't even do that without laughing. But with something like that, instead, it's more of, "Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Tell me about your house." And they're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, it's 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's 1,800 square foot. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm so excited because it's got a brand new roof. I don't have to replace that sucker." Year of roof, 2023 or 2022, whenever you listen to this. You know what? It was, very cool. "Hey, what's the address? I'd love to look it up and check it out online with you as you talk to me about it." Look it up right there while you're talking to them. You've got usually somewhere in the description, they're gonna tell you updated electrical in 2018. The HVAC is just newly replaced or is 20 years old or this or that. It's going to tell you a lot of that stuff right there. You can see pictures of it. You can look at it while you're talking to them and you can make that a fun conversation, building rapport all along the way. Or if they're at the car lot. "Yeah, I just bought a new car. I need to get insured before I drive off the lot." "Oh my gosh, it's great. What did you get?" "Oh, it's a beautiful 19 whatever," or "It's a great 2023 blank. It's a brand new this, it's a brand new that, it's a whatever." They're gonna tell you all about it. They're gonna tell you the color of it. They're gonna tell you the smell of it. They're gonna tell you that it's a new seat, it's got leather seats, it's got this, and while you're doing, just listen to them, be excited with them, and then, as you're talking to them, you can get the information that you need out of them. And you can find out, "Hey, that's great. I'm so excited for you. I got all the information I need. I need to get your VIN number and I need to get your driver's license number or whatever you need left." And there you go. You've built some rapport. You've gotten excited with them and you're talking to them about what they've got going on and you got the information. And then before you know it, you've given them a quote and you built rapport. They like you. They know you. They trust you. All is gravy, baby. So I think it's just super exciting. I remember way, way, way back in the day, let's talk 20 years ago, when I was a young pup, and I know you're thinking, "Oh, hey, you're still young." Thank you. But 20 years ago, when I really was a baby in the industry, dad, who's 79 years old to this day, still slinging insurance, he taught me, when you go in on a door knocking, which is what I used to do, is door knocking, not phone calls, not anything like that, but cold walk-ins. He would say, when you walk in on a business, you want to take a minute and a half when you first walk in, wipe your feet off, look around, scan the room, look for pictures, look for hobbies, look for interest, look for sports paraphernalia, look for anything you can to immediately connect with somebody, to be able to say, "Oh, you're a Razorback fan. I am too. Oh, you're a State fan. Oh, I am too." Or "You're a this or that. Oh, is that your daughter? How cute is she?" Or, "Oh, that's a great looking family there. Where was that taken at?" "Oh, that was a vacation at the beach, 1927." I don't know. So I just think it's one of those things that still resonates today. When you're on the phone with somebody, start talking, listening, talking about things that you can find common ground in, help you to feel more familiar with them, building that rapport all along the way. That to me is so important throughout the sales process of getting to know them, asking about their dogs, asking about their cats, asking about their kids, ask them about where they live, if they have land or if they do this or where they vacation while you're going through the process. Why not get to know them? Why not talk to them a little bit instead of the simple and robotic? like everybody else sounds across the country. What's the age of the roof? What's the square footage? When were the last updates? How far from a fire hydrant? How far from a fire station? What's your VIN number? It's so much better when you can have a little excitement in your voice, when you could talk about it a little bit, when you could build that rapport. Then they get off the phone, they're like, "Man, that was a fun experience, like talking to my best friend, and I got a quote out of the deal." You guys, I promise you, listen to the mayor here, listen to Kelly, Steven, to all of us here when we talk about building rapport in the process. It's so crucial, so important, and it's so easy to do. While you're, let's say you're on the retention, you're doing a proactive retention call and you're talking to them and you're pulling up some information. Maybe you're updating, and you're typing in some stuff instead of it just being really quiet, or instead of saying this, "Hey, let me put you on hold for 5 minutes while I type all this in and let you listen to terrible hold music." Well, why not? Talk them through it. So, here's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm going to the website on the carrier site. I'm updating this or I'm updating that. Oh, wow. Look at here. When I updated the new roof, it lowered your rate down. Oh my gosh, check that out. Or if you're really talented, which I am not at this, you can talk to them while you're typing. Yeah. So tell me, what was your kids for Halloween? You got big plans for Christmas coming up? Oh, are you going to the lake this summer for anything? Wherever season you're in, just start talking to them while you're typing, while you're looking at the screen, and you're asking them questions. Or, oh man, I saw on Facebook that your daughter got the AB honor roll. Congratulations, it's really cool. Oh, it looks like here, blah 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 blah. Well, last time we spoke, it was you and your husband's anniversary. Did y'all take a cool trip? Did I go out to eat? What did he get you? Whatever it might be. Have that conversation, building rapport while you're quoting, while you're updating, while you're doing stuff, right? Come on now. That is building rapport. That gets me fired up. That is something that's very exciting that we want to make sure that we do throughout the sales cycle, whether it's new business, which is super crucial, or it's on the retention call when you're doing proactive listening, proactive looking for things, and you're typing in the emails or you're typing in the system and you're doing this or that, building rapport the whole time. I really think it's okay to talk them through it too while you're typing. You can even say the words you're typing if you need to. That VIN number is blah, 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 blah. Let them hear you typing it in the system so they can hear the speed at which it takes. They can hear the process because they just think you push one button and bing, here's your quote. But it's not like that. You and I both know that, but they don't know that. So if you're walking them through it and you're talking while you're going and you're saying, okay, let's update. It looks like the electrical was updated last year. When would you say that was? Probably February, April, March, June, July. When was that you updated that? Okay, great. Oh, and a new roof. That's awesome. What did you get the same color roof last time, or did you get a new one? Did you get some new shit? Did you go three ply? Did you go, whatever? Da, 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 what you got here? Oh, when was that about? Oh, that was this summer? Okay, great. And let me just let you know, probably when I put this in, you're probably gonna end up seeing a discount come out. It's really crucial that we ask these things. And that's the other thing. You gotta ask these questions because they don't know to tell you. So again, while you're building rapport, you can ask some of these things. So I think that going back to what we're talking about here, building rapport all along the way makes things that much better. So you've got them on the phone. You're asking them questions about them. You're telling them about yourself. You're going through and building rapport while you're asking the questions, while you're going through the things. And then what you want to do from there is talk about the agency a little bit, or you can talk about the carrier that you're choosing. Hey, looks like your best rates have come up with XYZ carrier. I won't name any names just to be fair to everybody there. But XYZ agency came up at, the best program here. Let me tell you why. This is what they put on their policy that's so great, and let me explain what that is. Or, oh, let me check this out. Oh man, that's our number one carrier in the agency. They do a great job. Man, let me tell you, that carrier saved so many of my clients' rear end by putting this on their policy. It is such a great policy. And a lot of carriers don't do that, but they do. Or, what a unique feature about them is? They do this. Did you know that, but if we up your limits just a little bit on the auto, we can add an umbrella. It looks like it's gonna be probably, around, $35 more a month, and we can add an umbrella. What do you think? and you've already built rapport, you've already built trust with them, and you're talking to them about the carrier, and you're talking to them about the agency, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, that's it, $35, and I can add an umbrella and have more coverage, and I can cover all these and that and the other things. I do have a teenage driver. I didn't think about that. It's a great idea." Again, building that rapport is gonna help you along the way. And I really think that it's something that, again, is overlooked. It's something that we don't do because we always think we need to get off the phone as quick as possible, and you don't. You don't. And they're gonna stay on the phone with you as long as it takes if you can give them that value. If you can maybe even quote them over the phone. I know that sounds like a crazy concept, but it can happen. Or if you decide that you need to call them back and you set that appointment for that afternoon. If my wife tells me, "Hey, Heath, you need to call the insurance guy and our insurance come for renewal. I need you to do that." Or, "Hey, we need to get a new policy on this or whatever." Or, "Hey, can you call about the TV bill? It's gone up a little bit, or the electrical bill, whatever." If I don't get taken care of that day, my wife's, she's gonna be on me like, "Hey, I thought I told you to get that taken care of." Or, "What'd they say at the electrical company? What'd they say at this? What'd they say at that?" Um, How'd the insurance quote come along? And if I tell her, "Oh, I didn't get it done," it's gonna be like, "Well, what'd you do? Why didn't you get it done?" So anyhow, maybe it's a little too revealing about the sharing house. But I think there's a lot of people in that same boat. If your husband tells you, "Hey, I would like for you to take care of that," or if you tell somebody you're gonna do this and you don't get it done that day. So if you can help them as the agent, as the rep for the agency, the account manager, the salesman, whatever it might be, or saleswoman, if you can take care of it on a first call resolution, that's even better. But again, if not, if you set up an appointment to call them back, that again, building that rapport, they trust you, they know you, they like you, they wanna buy insurance from you that much better as opposed to the other guy. And the last thing that I'll bring up, if we're talking about this kind of stuff, we wanna get into why the agency, why people wanna buy from XYZ agency, why they wanna buy from you, the producer, you, the account manager. And so I think it's crucial that we talk about that. Here at XYZ agency, we believe in community. We're very involved, and 10% of our profits go back into the community. Or we sponsor the local high school team, or, I love working at this agency because at XYZ agency, we're very tech forward. We're going to give you access to all of your policies by using our go to the blank app platform and download our app. You know what? You can add your own vehicles. You can make any changes that you need to yourself without having to call us. Wouldn't that be cool to not have to worry about that? Not have to call us and do it. Or the XYZ agency is an agency that you're gonna wanna do business with because we believe in this principle or that principle. We live by this value or that vision. I think that's gonna be something they're gonna leave the phone call understanding about the agency, why it's so important to buy from that agency, why it's so important to buy from you. Let me say this. I said this on a TikTok. My emails have not blown up, but I've had 5, 6, 7 emails about this since I put this out there. The only and the main difference, I'll put it this way, the main difference between you and the guy down the street, or you and the guy in the next county, or you and the next door neighbor agent is you. You are that difference. You are the person that makes the difference. So what I need you to do is find out what makes you unique and focus on that when you're building rapport. Focus on those things when you're talking to your clients to be able to let them know why they should choose you, why you're so special. And if you say, "Oh, we have great customer service," that's what everybody's saying, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen. So let's focus on what particularly makes you you. And only you have that DNA. Only you are made up the way you're made up. So why don't we talk about what makes you unique? What makes you special? What makes you the guy that they or the gal that they want to buy insurance from, that they want to make this big decision with? Let's make sure that we're building that rapport, helping them to know, like, and trust us. And going back in a quick recap, introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, what your experience level is, why they should buy from you. Then we talk about them. We turn the questions back around to them and let them talk while we just sit there and listen. And then we're building rapport all along the way while we're asking questions, while we're hearing, getting excited when they bought that new house or that new car, or they just updated that roof, or they just did this, or they just did that. Get excited, show some emotion, show some excitement. We talk about which carrier we decide to go with based on the quote. And then we talk about why, why we should close this deal with this agency, why they should do business with you, the producer. Make this whole process a building rapport process all along the way. I think that is super fun. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry if I got a little excited there. I get a little bit like JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy, and I get excited and I get passionate about it because it's so important, because it's the difference a lot of times in a win or a loss, in getting that deal or not. I really do. I can't stress it enough. Building rapport is not something to overlook. And we're not talking about, anything that's hard. It's just having a little bit of humanity with yourself, having a little bit of just a little bit of feeling, a little bit of emotion, a little bit of empathy sometimes, and just being able to talk to somebody through a conversation. And you might say, well, I'm not a people person. That's okay. That's why we put the questions on the question sheet, and everybody can fake until they make a little bit of sense. So again, I really hope that you got something out of this podcast. It was really special to me to do. A whole lot of fun for me, and something that's a throwback to my dad all the way up to today. So, guys, thank you so much. Guys, if you want to hear more, we just released our newest course on WoW customer service that is just flying off the shelves. Steven and myself are getting appointments left and right. Kelly's doing her thing. We've got a lot going on. Be looking, for that. We got another course that's going to be launching real soon, and I can't wait for you guys to be a part of what we've got going on. If you're looking to add one of our courses to your agency, if you want to learn more about it, go to agencyperformancepartners.com, agencyperformancepartners.com, or you can reach out to Kelly, myself, Steven, anyone on our team, and let's get to going. If you get to our website, there's a chat feature, a chat, that pops right up. Tell them your name. One of us will be on the other end of that from the staff here. We could talk to you about it, get to know you better. We'll schedule a call with you. You'll love the entire process. And again, if you don't, no harm, no foul. But we would love to work with you. We would love to work with your agency. What are you waiting on? Go to agencyperformancepartners.com and check it out. Our newest course or any of our other courses. You can purchase hours. You can do all kinds of things. Can't wait to meet you. Thank you very much, guys, and I will talk to you on the next one.